Topic number one today, one of my favorite off-season things to do is looking at way too early top 25s. In this exercise for this topic, we're going to be looking at the way too early top 10, and I want to pick six teams that are outside of that top 10, Dion, that could make their way inside the top 10 by the end of the season. Now, you could get a little bit cheaty on this one, pick like team 12 to find their way into the top 10, or we can get a little bit crazier with it and pick a team that could come from maybe unranked or 25 into top 10. We've seen this happen a couple times this year or in the past couple seasons. I know Michigan State did it for sure last season. Florida did it as well. A lot of teams found themselves inside the top 10 by the end of the year or at some point. So what I want to do is, like I said, pick six teams outside the way too early top 10 that will finish the season in it. We are going to use CBS for this one. Shout out to Gary Parrish. We've used On Three Jamie Shaw. We used Jeff Borzello, ESPN. I felt like my guys, Gary Parrish and Norlander, weren't getting enough love over at CBS Sports. So we're going to use their way too early college basketball rankings here. And I'll give you the top 10 teams, just so you know. And they have it as Houston 1, St. John's 2, BYU 3, Purdue 4, UConn 5, Texas Tech 6, Michigan 7, Duke 8, UCLA 9, Arizona 10. So those are the 10 teams that are currently in there. Now we want to look outside that and pick six teams that will finish inside the top 10 by the end of the year. Sound good?
That works for me. So I feel like we should only do like two or three that are right outside the top 10. Like the bulk need to come way outside the top 10.
Okay. All right. One that I want in there for sure, L's up. Louisville's going to finish the season inside the top 10.
For sure. For
Stop
sure.
it. Stop playing with them. They will finish the season inside the top 10. I love what they've got with Conwell. They got McNeely for some shooting as well. Michael Brown coming off a Chris Brickley MVP performance. The freshman overseas guy, I think his name is Sonata Frew. I think he's underrated. People aren't really talking about him. They get Kayshawn Pryor back. They get Javon Hadley back as well. I think that this Cardinal team I think they are a top 10 team. So given CBS's ranking, I think they will finish the season inside. I think they'll finish the season inside the top 10.
Definitely. I couldn't agree more with that. The other one I want is Kansas.
What?
They're sitting at 17. So I love rosters that do exactly what Kansas did. I think too often in at any level we just throw a bunch of names together and the name value rings home and it's like that's how you become like a top 10 team. Kansas didn't just do that necessarily with this roster. They went out and put a roster around Darren Peterson that doesn't have the greatest name value, but it fits. And I think once like this whole offseason, they'll probably even fall from 17, maybe into like the 20s at some point. But once we start playing basketball, I think this is one of the best basketball teams in the country.
So is this? I'll let this go. Do you think they're getting Dame Sar?
I don't think they need to get Dame Sar, but I do think they are.
If they get Dame, okay, there's a caveat here. They can be in it, but they got Dame Sar. Dame, Darren Peterson, Flory, role guys. I'm in on that, but it's with Dame. I'm gonna put a damn asterisk there with Dame.
But they got shooting and defense around Darren Peterson. And Darren Peterson, like,
Define shooting.
they shoot. Does it
Shoot.
go
Okay,
in?
they got guys that can shoot the ball.
And they play defense. And Darren Peterson is an alpha. So to me, Darren Peterson's the closest thing college basketball has to Ant in the NBA. And I don't think you need to have a bunch of other alphas around Darren Peterson. He's going to drag these dudes with him.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair to say.
Today's video is presented by Underdog Fantasy.
Well, what's going on with your hat?
Well, my hat's not supposed to be this way, is it?
I don't think so. No.
Just like people who watch these videos are not supposed to not sign up for Underdog Fantasy using promo code SLEEPERS. At the time of this recording, we have 49 people who have signed up as a first-time user with Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code SLEEPERS. 50 is a very, very important number. 50 is a number we would really like to get to. You, loyal listener, person watching this video right now, could be the person who gets us over the hump with number 50. And we have a great free pick that you get with this. Donovan Mitchell to score at least 1 point. How many points did Donovan Mitchell have in game 2, Cart?
I believe he was too short of 50 with 48.
Yeah, he had 48 points, 50. Very key number for a lot of reasons. If Donovan Mitchell scores 1 point, you cash in your free pick, and you can get your deposit match bonus up to $1,000 with promo code SLEEPERS. Sign up, put the promo code in, SLEEPERS. Get that deposit match, get yourself free funds, use the free pick, cash that winner, and turn your hat the right way.
Another team that I think that'll finish the season in the top 10. What about the Auburn Tigers?
God, I'll let you have it. I hate this team.
What?
Yeah, I don't like this team at
I
all.
love both Keyshawn's. What if I say it's because they get to hot back though?
Even then, like if they don't get to hot back, they're out the top 25 to me. But if they get to hot back, I could see them in that range. So I'm cool with it. I'm cool. Bruce Pearl's always gonna figure it out too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Auburn. I like it. I think they find a way to get to hot back too. And I like the rest of the team. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with Auburn in there. Is there another team that you think should be in here?
I just want to say that the Keyshawn's are just Chad Baker Mazar, and they had a green light. That's the only difference.
Chad Baker Mazara had a green light.
Yeah, well, he created it, but the Keyshawn's were given a green light.
Keyshawn Hall is better than Chad Baker Mazara.
He's not better than Chad Baker
Yes, he
Mazar.
is.
He's not better. They lost so much talent from last year's roster, and they refurbished it with Keyshawn Hall.
Uh, I don't like the way that sounds. What's the next team?
uh, I think my next team is this one's gonna be crazy, but I love Wisconsin. Love Wisconsin.
Ooh, Blackwell, Boyd. They got some other pieces too. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, they remind me, they're like the Kansas to me, where it's like on paper, we're probably not going to be overly blown away. But once we start playing basketball, that's a team nobody wants to play against.
Okay, that's a fair one. All right, let's go with Wisconsin there. So we got four teams, so we need two more. It's hard now. I'm trying not to do just a SEC bias thing, but I love Tennessee still.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Gillespie, Amen. They got Amari Evans coming in. They got Felix Arpar back. He's a really good defensive center. And like also, this is a just follow the formula pick here. Tennessee finishes the season in the top 10 all the time. It's Rick Barnes, right? They're going to do it. So like I want Tennessee there. So that leaves room for one more. And Dion, I will let you get the honors here. Can I take a quick guess on who I think you're gonna pick though?
Yeah, but real quick, while we're on Tennessee, hot take. AJ DeBanza goes number one no matter what. If something were to happen to where he doesn't go number one, the only player that can surpass him is Nate Amen. The others don't stand a chance.
Darren Peterson can't?
I think Darren Peterson's game is what it is. And I mean that in the most complimentary way possible. I think
Mm,
he's a 10-year NBA vet that's playing college basketball this year.
mm,
Whoever drafts him is probably getting the best rookie, like from day one. But I think Nate Amen's upside is that of something like teams might not want to pass on.
I can see that for sure. All right. I think you're gonna guess Arkansas for the last one.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, okay, so I was gonna leave this one up to you. My honest pick is Kentucky, but they're sitting at 11.
That's a fair pick. I feel like Kentucky needs to be in there. I know it's a cheating kind of pick because they're 11, but yeah, Kentucky I think is going to be a top 10 team by the end of the year, right?
As long as, yeah, I mean, and honestly, I don't even think they need to take it back for that.
Crazy. They definitely need to take it back.
Nah. I mean, Otake makes them top five,
They need
maybe
to
top three.
get take it back.
They
So
should get.
the six teams that we have that are outside the way too early top 10 that will finish the season in the top 10 are Louisville, Kansas, Auburn, Wisconsin, Tennessee, and Kentucky. I feel good about that.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And Arkansas,
How many of those teams do you think actually do?
like finish in the top 10, or how many of those teams like have a week in the top 10?
How many of those teams finish there?
Probably none. If we're
Yeah, I say no. I say one max. Over under set at half. Go ahead and place that bet with underdog, of course.
and the one is Tennessee.
Yep. Oh yeah.